Right, people, first thing first is I'm going to quickly show you how I batter the corners out and fix these issues where the digitizer can go back in nicely. You don't need anything expensive. The tool I'll be using is this with a bit of a round edge, okay, little hammer, and obviously this silicone pad which I've uploaded a video a short while ago. And I'll show you how good this silicone mat is now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get somebody to hold this foam for me. Okay, you can see, but unfortunately the phone's got to go away, move away because of distance. Well, I need to sort of whack on this. So I don't want to smash my phone up. So bear with me. Okay, so I grab this spanner like this. Okay, the sharper bit on the end. I think this was off a bike, something like that. I'm not spending silly amount of money on trying to spending on tools trying to get this sorted. There's enough tools already in this workshop. So okay, so I would lie it flat like this and start knocking it. Just a gentle tap, because it's aluminium. You don't need any excessive amount of and anything that's lifted you can file it away, which I will do. Okay, so that's as far as one corner's done. Yep, this corner's also bad. Let me show you. It's in, but it's not as bad as this one. That's been pulled out. There you go. I'll be filing it, and that will put things near enough to perfection. But obviously, if they want a full proper job, then the entire back needs replacing. That won't come out. I may have to apply a bit of heat. Just bear with me. Not immense amount of heat, just gentle amount of heat. Otherwise, it'll start melting the plastic. So let me just wait till my hot air station temperature comes down to 100, because this. Okay. Don't stay there for too long. Okay, so I think that should do. Let me just see if I can get under this. If not, I'll probably have to use a knife, because I need to make a little bit of a lift. Hope somebody's not super. It looks like somebody's super glued them. That's how it feels like it. Ah, that's probably factory glue. Okay, so that's been lifted. I'm gonna put that in there. Just tap it nice and gently. Let's get the wide angle on the camera. You can see what I'm doing. So let's lift this, put this underneath it. See, I'm knocking. That pad is gripping this in place. It's a must-have, absolutely must-have. Just imagine me. Let me show you something. Okay, so let's sort of put this here and show you how awkward it gets when you're not using them out. So you're tapping away, and it's literally that was moving, but it wasn't. This is going to fall off basically. That's how. In fact, that corner was held by this thingy. Now what's happening is, yes, it's moving similar to that, but what this is doing is it's gripping, but while I'm tapping, the edges are coming out. On this, as I'm tapping, yes, it's moving, but the edge is not coming out. There's nothing for it to hold. So as I'm tapping now, it's not causing any, it's not fixing the edges. The edges are not coming out because the force is actually, the force of the knock is pushing the iPad towards me basically. But whereas on this, what's happening is basically it's gripping basically. And by the way, I'm not getting paid for this, whatever the link I've put on the on my last video. So as you can see, I'm tapping. It's the edges are coming out. Okay, so we're quite satisfied that that's been taken care of. Let me see if I can get a video, a picture of what's been done. Let me zoom in, just bear with me. Zoom in and see. That's as good as it's gonna get. So the screen digitizer will fit properly. Let's look at this corner. Slight imperfection, you can see just about there where my nail is, just there. Let me grab a tweezer. Just that bit. So I'm gonna take this out. So again, I'm gonna pass the phone over. Just bear with me. I'm not using my 4K camcorder at the moment, so let's see if I can lift that. Yep, without any heat. Beautiful. Right, I don't have to take all of it off. Just gonna give it a few tap. What happens is, because this is round and when you're knocking it, it's near perfect. I mean, luckily I found a spanner that's literally fits into this round edges quite beautifully. So for me, it's all good. I can also do the flat as well, flat with the flat side. So very light tap, and that's corners also done. Okay, I'll move on to the next one and see how bad that is. That's not too bad also. I'll show you. In fact, let me show you now on the side I've just done. There we go. And on this side, the last corner, that's what it looks like. There's a slight imperfection. There, and here. So I'm going to correct that, and then it'll be easier to put, the digitizer should slot in, to be dead honest with you, because there is a bit of a leeway between the plastic this and the frame. But when you put glue on to stick it on, you don't want to be pressing on the digitizer, because to try and get it snug fitted, because you can very easily crack them. I don't want to take that risk, and that's the reason why I'm doing what I'm doing. So just hanging there, let me sort of put this to a wide angle again. Okay, let's see if I can pray this out. Yep. Okay, and then I need to just re-look at the area that I've spotted. Yep. Okay, so small tabs. Some of these tools to do these little repairs are friggin' expensive. When they were first launched, you're talking several hundreds of pounds to sort of do that. It's absolutely friggin' shocking. Now you're looking at about at least between 70, 80, 100 pounds, something like that. And trust me, you don't need anything expensive. This is a tool that I've been fixing many iPad corners and iPhone corners, but mainly iPad. Sometimes you've had to knock it quite hard because of how it is. Right, okay, I believe I can do a little bit better on that corner. Yep, I'm satisfied with that side. Let me show you what's been done. Okay, that's as good as it's going to get, but don't look at the outer side of the casing. The outer side would never be, because it's a dint in, but look at the shape of the inner side. So look at the shape, how it curves. That's what you should be focusing on. You'd never correct this, because that's the aluminium is bent in basically. So pulled it out. By pulling it out, it may leave a little sharp raised edges that will get filed off, but be careful when you're using a file. It can take a huge chunk out basically, so be gentle with that if you're doing it. But I am going to use the file to just get rid of the rough edges. You can leave it, it's not a huge problem. You can just leave it as it is and just stick the digitizer on, and happy days. The extent of the damage on this corner is this. Let's show you. That's how bad that is. So I am going to put a bit of some sort of a glue on it. moulding glue or something like that, Bostic glue, something like that, just to sort of cover this. But that's the damage of each corner basically, and there's no way of fixing that. No way. That means a new back. And if the customer's prepared to pay for a new back, then so be it. But otherwise, hell no. So yeah, it's near enough good enough to put the digitizer on. That's it really. I'm not going to go through the process of putting the digitizer on. There's plenty of videos for you to, you know, online. Not today, because I've got to crack on with this. It's difficult because another person's got to hold the phone, or you've got to get the tripod down. It's just too much messing around. But anyway, that's that. And yeah, look after yourself. That's all. Take care. Bye for now.